up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are back. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and relaxed. I did that. I watched Pieces of Her with Tony Collette and who else is there? Oh, Omari Hardwick is in there too. It's actually pretty good. I don't know what episode I'm on. I think I'm on 7. I think I'm on episode 7. It's really good. I'm trying to figure out like what the hell is happening. I'm on I think 7. I think I'm on episode 7, and I don't want to tell you, but it's actually pretty good. It's like a lot of slight twists and turns. And they go back in time and stuff like that. So I like it. I like it. I like it. And then what else did I do this weekend? Mostly just relax. Mostly just caught up on other channels that I frequent. So I caught up on those things. I did not watch Candy's, what is it called? Candy and the Gang yesterday. I did not watch that yesterday. So I'll watch that today, maybe get it out for you. And then I also have to watch the last part of Salt Lake City and get that back to y'all as well. Kind of wrapping up the season, and because I said I was just going to do one recap of that reunion. The reunion for Miami, I finished watching. I thought it was really good, actually. So I know I didn't finish reviewing Miami. The day that I decided that I wasn't going to review Miami, the reasoning that I came up with was because I didn't like Larsa and Adriana. I didn't like the way that they were interacting. I thought both of them were very mean. I feel like Adriana is mean. Like I feel like she's looking for a moment to create hostility. She's looking for a moment to create like shock. Like I don't like Adriana at all. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that she kept saying that Kanye's penis was thick and it's big and it's thick. Like what? Like what is that for? Like why do you feel that you need to do that with the description? Like girl, I didn't like her. I didn't like it. And then Larsa lying about the work that she has done. Girl, don't nobody believe that is all your ass. Stop playing. And that's the one thing that everybody is laying on a table. Everybody's getting filleted some kind of way these days. For you to act like it might be her generation, because there are a lot of people from her generation. Larsa's Gen X. So there's a lot of people from her generation who lie about the work that they have done. You're not supposed to tell anyone about the work that you have done. You're just supposed to come back with this snatched body and then attribute it to working out. Girl, get the out of here. Shut up. And that's what they all do. They all lay on tables. Then they come out with what is it called? Athleisure wear. And then say that they have got this body by working out. And all you see them doing is this for a video. Ain't done nothing else. And motherfuckers are talking about they have a more athletic body. Girl, when was the last time you ran down the street? Shut up, Larsa. I think she's whack. And then Nicole is my favorite. I guess we could talk about Miami because I'm already in it. So Nicole is my favorite. She is the personality type that I relate to the most, is what I can say. The way that she approaches the relationship, how she feels as though she's coming off as if it's not the most important thing to her. And a lot of the time amongst women, there will be women in the group who put so much value in being in proximity to a man, being married. This is Larsa, right? Who believes that a part of her resume, like Nene, getting married is an accomplishment for a lot of these women. They look at it as a goal, and a lot of them spend their whole lives trying to attain this thing. Alexia telling Nicole, to asking her if her father is going to walk her down the aisle. Now, from Alexia's perspective, she doesn't have neither her mother or her father. Her mother died on her initial wedding day. And they ended up eloping, right? But then she asked Nicole, which I was just like, what? And that's what I said on Twitter. You sitting over there with your bloodshot eyes, suggesting that a woman have a man that doesn't respect her, that doesn't respect himself, that continuously disappoints his daughter, to walk her down the aisle simply for the optics, simply because this is a traditional way, simply because you want your father to give you away. He gave her away a long time ago. He gave her away a long time ago. A long time ago, when he stopped being the father to her, when he got out of jail and was still running around town trying to screw everybody, he left her a long time ago. She don't need to be walked down no aisle. And I was watching Rodney the Voice. Shout out to Rodney the Voice. I was watching his video on Miami, and he said something. I actually screen recorded it because I want to share it on my IG. Y'all with the fairy tale, stop it. You guys try to attain the fairy tale to your detriment, and you end up in these weird ass relationships with people, and then trying to mimic something that isn't real. And then when you break down the traditions of what you're doing, it actually whittles you down to being a piece of property. Oh no, it's different now. It's different now. It's different now. No, that is what traditional is. If that's the tradition is you get your father gives you away in exchange for something else. You are property. That is why you're the daughter of whatever your father's last name is. That's the tradition. Your property. And I couldn't believe that Alexia asked her, don't you want your father to walk you down the aisle? For what? He doesn't even deserve that honor. He doesn't even deserve that, to give her away. I was like, get out of here. And then Lisa and her situation with, what is his name? Terry. What is Lisa's husband's name? Terry. Is his name Terry? I can't remember. Lenny. And it's like, literally, I don't know. I feel like Lisa's like low key like lying to herself about how Lenny feels about her, because he doesn't seem to have the highest respect for her, and it doesn't seem like he takes what she does seriously, and he seems like a supreme a-hole. That's what he seems like to me. But she wants to hold on to it until her edges come out. I don't know. And then we talked a little bit about Mama Elsa, which I really love. And how funny she is and how funny she was. She was a really funny person. And Marisol tells a story about how her mother used to say, you want hot guys here? You want hot guys to come over? Honey, she would call 911 and have the paramedics come over and then be looking over to the side. See, I got the hot guys here. A mess. That is such a mess. Julia's story about her child's father, the child who was, essentially murdered. I believe that person was sent there to do that. I believe that man did not want that baby and sent a nanny there to shake the baby. And because after they went looking for the nanny, they couldn't find her anywhere. And it just seems like that person was put there to do that. Like that specific thing. This is your job. And then I went online to read about this man who they were talking about how he died, and he was in a S&M session and I guess he had latex on. I guess he suffocated, and there was a movie made about him as well, which is very interesting. I did like the fact that they touched on Larsa acting as if having a baby, not being married and having a baby, like there's something wrong with that. There's literally women when I see women like practicing that kind of, I don't know what they're practicing. I don't know what it is, but it's very much male identified, where you actually shame a person for not getting a man to legitimize your existence or your child or you or your relationship. It's like you need this man to legitimize your relationship. You need this man to legitimize your child. You need this, like, it's like fucking weird, and it's the way that it's set up, and that's the foundation of patriarchy, where it's all centered around what the man wants, how the man needs to move, what is good for the man, the legacy of the man, and that's just what it is. And they got on Larsa for saying that. Even Nicole, when she went around the room and said all families are created in different ways, this idea that there's only one way, the one Christian way to legitimize your relationship and your family, is to be attached to a man, to have a man's last name, to have for your children to have this man's last name. It is all male centered. And it's like, you guys take this position and don't even realize that it doesn't even serve you. None of it serves you. None of it serves you. If you're not the center, it's not serving you. Trust me, okay? It's not serving you. I don't give a damn what it looked like, okay? I don't give a damn what it looked like. And then, and I appreciate that. You know, she went around to Andy. Andy has a family. Does Andy need to marry a man or give the man the last name in order to legitimize his relationship? No, he doesn't. Everybody creates their families in how they see fit. And this Christian idea, traditional Christian idea, to me, it's just part of the matrix. White, male, hetero, Christian. And when you start upholding those things, it's still male centered. Like even Alexia telling this girl to allow this man who is completely and utterly disrespectful to give her away. Even if you were a traditional person, you should even see that as an honor, and so honorable that you wouldn't allow a man who treated his daughter like that to even have that honor of walking her down the aisle. Like, still, you're still figuring out a way to center the man, to make the man feel good. That would be so great if your dad could walk you down the aisle. Last time I talked to my dad, he came over here with a raw turkey, asked me to season it. I see my husband's, my boyfriend, my partner, whoever, Anthony, his name is Anthony, not my husband, not my partner, Anthony. Anthony, he seasoned it. As soon as Anthony was done cooking it, his fat ass left with his polyester suit, sweating underneath, light blue polyester suit with sweat marks and elbow pads and shit. Yeah, oh yeah, do me a turkey. Give me a turkey. No, you ain't getting no damn turkey. And then you try to do stuff. That's the reason why I went in such a cycle with my mom. It took me a long time to get out of that vortex with her, where it would be like a fight, conflict, and then like some weird like makeup, like I'm gonna make up with you, and then it's like you complain to other people about the relationship with your parent, and they're like, that you only get one mom, you only get one dad. Motherfucker, they only get one me. Hello? They only get one me. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I cannot stand. But that caused me to feel guilty. It caused me to feel guilty, and then to allow her back into my space only to do the same thing over and over again. You know why? Because there was no consequence for the behavior. You feel like you're allowed to act a certain way with the child because you're their parent and you could do whatever, say whatever. But you get to a point as an adult child where you say, you know what? I don't actually have to deal with this. I don't. And I'm going to remove you from having access to me because you can't seem to get your shit together. And because you can't seem to get your shit together, it puts me in a bad space a lot of the times. And I don't want to be in a bad space anymore. I want to be in a good space. I want to be in a healthy space. I want to be in an emotionally regulated space. And if that means that I need to sever ties with the person who gave birth to me and the man who assisted, then that's what needs to happen. Because at the end of the day, my sanity, my well-being is for me to manage. And I cannot allow people, you cannot allow your parents who are not respecting the boundaries that you have set forth. Why? And that, like, to me, I feel like when there's a toxic parent and the other people are trying to get the adult child to, like, reconcile and try, that is really a setup to deal with abusive relationships. If you haven't recognized that, when you have because I think we can all agree that the foundation of how we approach relationships starts with our parents and guardians and caregivers, right? So I think we can all agree that's how we approach a lot of relationships until we unlearn, relearn, learn some new ways, but that's how we approach them at first. And if you have a toxic relationship with your mother or father and people keep trying to get you to reconcile with this toxic person, that's going to overflow into your relationships with people. You're going to allow them to step over your boundaries, to not respect your boundaries. Trust me, I've seen it in my relationships. And I attribute it, and also in therapy, attribute it to your relationship with your mother and father. How many times have you tried to reconcile a toxic relationship with your mother or father? Think about how your romantic and intimate relationships are. And even relationships with friends who are toxic, that you keep trying to hold on to those toxic friends, those toxic relationships. It translates to all of that. So I don't appreciate, and I've never appreciated that, because there are times where you want to, like, I don't want to deal with this. And then you get somebody tells you, well, that's just how your dad is, or that's just how your mother is. I'm sure that all of you are like nodding your head right now because it happens. But the thing is, you don't have to do that. You don't have to feel obliged to deal with toxicity. You don't have to feel that you must, because this person is related to you. No, it's a new motherfucking day. We're not doing that. We're not allowing toxic relationships to thrive, because all you're going to do is get more of it. Set your boundaries. Like Nicole, she needs to set her boundaries with her father. She tried, but she has her mother in her ear like, Mija, you have to make sure that you make up with your father because he's getting old. And yeah, he's getting old, and now he's realizing ain't nobody there to take care of him because you ain't shit. You ain't never been shit. So I'm with Nicole. Don't talk to me about shit about my father or nothing, because girl, I ain't got time. Gertie. They didn't spend too much time on Gertie. I felt really bad for her. This is how I feel sometimes. The way that Gertie was trying to talk at times and she wasn't allowed to talk, I feel like that. I feel like sometimes in situations where you're trying to talk, and even like Lisa did her hand like that to Gertie, was trying to give her advice. It was almost like they didn't want to listen to Gertie. I don't know. I got a weird feeling from that, and it made me feel like there are moments where I felt like that, like in a group of people, like your voice is not being heard, so you just stay quiet. Since I've had that experience before, and that's what I felt when I was watching Gertie. Who else was on there? Adriana. She showed that picture of her and Kanye. They didn't believe she saw Kanye in the bathroom. He would have had security around. He would have had this around. He would have had that around. And it's so funny because it's like, it is an example. Larsa called Kanye and asked him, did he meet, what's her name? He says, no, she's lying. She's lying. You believed him. But then Adriana says, here's the picture of us standing outside of the bathroom that I saw his dick in. Said, anybody want to say anything else? And then after you see the picture, you still try to, something in your mind is like, no, well, I mean, that could have been anything. He said he didn't remember you. I didn't say whether he remembered me or not. I told you I met him. I saw him in the bathroom and I saw his shawanga. And you going to tell me you called him and he told you no and you believed him? I got the picture right here, boo boo. Anything else? Y'all love believing what men say, just like y'all love believing what Chris Brown said. He gonna show some recordings of some girl. We don't know the date. We don't know nothing. Everybody like, see, he innocent. He innocent. He innocent. Yeah, her lawyer is no longer, what do you say, representing her, but the Miami PD is still investigating. Ain't no case has been dropped. So I don't even know. Like, it's like, well, Chris Brown said, well, how do you? It's like, it's weird. It's like it's a programming. It's a programming. That's all it is. Anyways, that's it. We're gonna come back for another video. I did not expect to talk about Miami the way I did, but I felt if it was on my heart and I needed to talk about it, so I'll come back with another video because I have some shit to talk about Stevie J and all them. All right, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.